So, I just woke up and my ancestors said, get up, it's time to paint. So, um, I've been on this journey of increasing my income because this time last year I was homeless and I did a series of spell work from sugar jars, candle magic, to working with a spirit called Saint Expedite to get the job that I wanted, well, that I needed, and um, and the apartment that I have, that I'm in now. And it's been about a year that I have been working on stabilizing my income. I went from homeless, jobless, living in a dirty Airbnb with my child to being fully self employed and living in this beautiful apartment that I have. So, my guys told me yesterday through my tarot cards, you know, this journey is never going to end. Like, you need to focus on your dream. This is why you went through this journey, for you to be able to focus on your dream. And so now it's time. I haven't painted in months, and they woke me up this morning and was like, get up, it's time to paint. So that's where that's what we are about to go do. I also have like an extended version coming out because I kind of told a really long, like 5 minute story. So maybe I'll release that. But I needed it shorter. So let's go. Alright, so I paint these characters called the Naked Aliens. They are my original characters. And they came from my own imagining, and they represent my coming out story as a queer woman. Here's one of my favorites. This is Sabotage. I also have this idea of creating a animated series, and that's coming towards the end of the year. That's why my guys are like, it's time to get up and focus back on this. So, but she has like this accent, and she's actually a lover of one of the princess aliens in my series, but she don't play. Her name's Sabotage, but this is one of my favorites. And even in the series, she has a an Australian accent, so it's gonna be good. So this is one of the last ones that I've done months ago. And it's, I put it down, and I think I started on this bigger one here back last year. It's been a while since I actually like painted. So I'm gonna work with this, kind of repurpose it and see what happens. I ended up sitting on my bed, but like the thing is, like, I don't ever really know how the aliens are gonna turn out, especially like when I'm repurposing canvases. So this is what I have so far. I'm gonna finish it today. I really have a feeling. Alright, so I started on the covering up like what I had done previously, because I need to draw, or I need to paint the eyes and the nose and the lips before I move on to anything else. That's just my process, and I couldn't necessarily, she ready to get out, and I couldn't necessarily see where I was gonna draw it with the lips already kind of hanging out, because that's not where I'm gonna put the lips. The lips are gonna be a little more further down. So this is where I'm at with it. I had to delete like a huge chunk of the video because it was sound on it. But this is her compared to Sabotage. She's gonna look a lot more like Sabotage once I get some whites, because I'm out of white. So once I get some whites, she's gonna look more dimensional. She'll have more dimension. Right now she looks a little flat, but this is where we are at. So I'm gonna add the part of the video where like I was talking about like my journey to getting here, like my journey to from homelessness, doing the spell work, getting the job, now being a full-time business owner, to this moment where my ancestors woke me up and said, hey, it's time to paint. But that part is coming in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Okay, so this is the first day that I'm getting back to my art. I just woke up and my guys are like, it's time to get up and paint. And I knew this was coming because I've been on this like never-ending journey of working on my finances. This time last year, I was homeless, living in an Airbnb with my kid. And I started doing spell work. I started doing hoodoo to get a job. Within 2 weeks of me doing that spell, I got a job. And then I did another spell jar after I got the job to get some of my dream clients as far as my graphic design business goes. And I was able to get my dream client of creating a food truck. I got that client. And then the next thing, as well as being able to work overtime, because with that job, I had to be at that job about a month or so before I could be considered for the overtime schedule. So within 2 weeks of me working, I get a DM in my email saying that they wanted me to work overtime because they liked my work ethic. And then I did another spell and a ritual with a spirit called Saint Expedite to help me get my apartment. And within 3 days of doing that spell and that ritual, I got the apartment that I'm in. I've done so many other spells since then, saw so many of them land. I seen my spell work land fast. I seen my spell work land slow. I seen my spell work fail. I had deities like Hecate, Papa Legba call on me. I did not answer Papa Legba. I answered Hecate's calling and put her at my altar. There has been literally so much that has happened. I have not consistently focused on my reasoning for going through this whole journey, which was to get me back to the point where I could focus on creating the dream life that I have for myself. And the dream life that I have for myself is being able to be an artist. Where my spell work has taken me, last year, the universe told me, pick up the camera and record yourself. Tell about your journey. And I did. I was a little reluctant on it, but I see where my guides in the universe were going with it, because I have been able to create a spiritual business where I coach. I have been able to create a stream of income that takes care of all of my bills, fully self-employed through my spiritual business, because I decided to listen to my guides and listen to the universe and speak about what it is that I went through and what it is that I'm doing. It has been so amazing. It's still a part of something that I'm doing, but my guides told me yesterday, it's time to kind of step back from this it's not really a search, but it's like from this journey of increasing my finances. I kind of been on this journey to increase my finances. And my finances are great. I did a love spell on my dream life, and I update that sometimes. And I updated the love spell for my dream life 2 weeks ago. And in that, it included doubling my income, which is already good, just doubling my income and getting a puppy and a car. And two of those things have already manifested. I have been able to double my income. And I also got my puppy. I don't know if you guys can see, but she's right there. So I'm back to painting. So I wanted to, give that quick rundown of where I'm currently at. So I have a canvas that I have not, that I started painting on, but I put it down months ago. So I'm gonna repurpose that and think of a new idea. And I draw original characters called the Naked Aliens. So let's go.